Humankind cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. To obtain, something of equal value must be lost. That is alchemy's first law of equivalent exchange. In those days, we really believed that to be world's wait. In in those days, we really believed that to be the world's one and only truth.
So for every peak character, we have to have a forgettable. No, we're not doing that. But you know, today we're doing a Fullmetal Alchemist tier list. It's specifically Brotherhood. Manic is a big fan of the 2003 version, and I still have yet to see it. If there's
that's the one everybody else cares about. I really like 2003, but I will not use that in my judgment of these characters.
It's in alphabetical order. We got, Armstrong, Alphonse, Barry, Bradley, so on and so forth. Start with Armstrong. You know what? Armstrong's
I
like
think he's
great, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, like, so the handshake meme between Izumi's husband and him, like, that's just peak, like, just,
Yeah.
like, I want
So
that
good.
body. So his actual character's cool. The fact that he was actively trying to, fight against the war, being like, why are we doing this? People are dying. And it's very tragic. And also, dude, his alchemy is just cool as hell. Just punching rocks, just...
Fun fact, the reason he's always shirtless all the time is because the mangaka got really tired of just drawing the uniforms for like so many characters.
I mean, that's kind of based.
Yeah, so like that's why he's so jacked and shirtless in many of the time.
Yeah.
I believe, is he introduced roughly, I want to say like 6 episodes in, like roughly when not Barry the Chopper, Scar is introduced.
Yeah, about that time, I believe. So he's very early on character. After like the fight with Scar, Alphonse gets hurt, and then he's the one escorting them back to their home to get repairs and stuff. So
yeah, it's always just a great time when he's in the frame.
Great character, possible peak, but we'll talk about that later. But Alphonse, I mean, come on, it's Alphonse.
Yeah, you gotta have him in peak.
The second main character, just everything about him being stuck in the metal suit. It's intriguing. It's deep. Adds extra lore and world building just from the get-go. The inherent questions of, wait, how is a suit of armor piloted around without a body in it? It's immediately just a mystery that you want to see solved.
Exactly. Not to mention, this is roughly at I believe the end of like season 2 or part 2 of Brotherhood. Edward actually sees the gate and sees like the human body of Alphonse. Like everything about that sequence was just so amazing.
I really love when Alphonse himself, like, it's very early on, but he's getting introspective, asking like, how do I even know I'm me? He, Winry, and Ed just have a emotional scene together, just reminiscing about the past. It's very emotional. It's well written. I liked it.
Yeah, that's all good.
I just
yeah.
Well, we could go on and on about all of our favorite scenes
Yeah,
with him.
he is throughout like the entire series. So
Barry the Butcher,
Barry the
Chopper Butcher. Just so I want to put him in average. The thing is, he does do some extra things throughout the series that, like, he pushes the plot forward. He's integral to them understanding the mysteries behind the Philosopher's Stones and stuff. He's definitely not like forgettable or bad. I don't even think he's really mid. He's the one that sparks like Alphonse asking, oh, like, do I even know I'm me kind of stuff. But is he a good character? No, he's very one note. He's just a wild serial killer. But just seeing another suit and armor possessed by a soul, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
but...
see, I just want to bring up 2003 right now.
Oh,
I feel like he's done better there, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to touch on that too much. I'm leaning more towards mid, but I'm fine with having him as average for now.
Now,
okay.
Fear of King Bradley. Like, come on, dude. The way he fights, the reveal that he's also a homunculus. The scene where Edward is doing, like, his first state alchemy exam, just pulls out the spear, tries to stab him, he's being a little shithead. You guys need extra security. Like, what the fuck is up with this? He didn't even see Bradley cut the spear in, like, 4 parts. It's just like, oh. He is peak anime and, like, not to sound like a hoodwee, but he's peak anime in like hype moments in Aura. The dude survives a train being blown up on a bridge, and then he just gets back to fighting. We have to remember, he's one of the only homunculus that has only one soul. He is just one being. So if he dies, that's it. But the fact that he doesn't die, it takes like a dude blowing himself up and sacrificing himself just to deal some damage. It's just, he is Oh, he's so cool. Wrath, King Bradley. Oh yeah, by the way, spoiler alert. Sorry, forgot to include that.
Yeah, probably a good idea. But I mean, to be fair, we are ranking all the characters. If you cannot recognize all the characters, then why are you even here?
Like, what the fuck are you? Oh, they're here to support us, Manic. Let's not put them down. Like, come on.
Yeah, fair enough. But I do really love the scene where we already think that he's out of the picture at this point. And it's just the entire of the Briggs crew just celebrating. Like there's so much celebratory music. Then a phone rings, and then it's King Bradley's voice. Hello, I'm back. And then the episode just ends there.
So
that is so awesome.
I need to make this a bit more clear. I have read the manga. I prefer reading manga over watching anime, just like for time-wise. So scenes like that, I have not watched, but I do know the scene because, it's in the manga. Yeah. But still, it's just, I feel like the actual anime, there are some moments with specific characters that are just heightened a little extra more for, like, the anime.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I can see that, like, that would, be more memorable,
because like you have the music and the voice acting to go along with the character. So
yeah, and like it's just like his voice, right? You hear his voice as like you put it together yourself.
Exactly.
That's him.
Exactly.
Everybody else realizes that's him.
Putting him anything other than Peak is just like, that's blasphemy.
I do like his backstory as well.
This is, General Armstrong's, like the sister. This is her right-hand man, the guy with the big chainsaw, auto mail. He's pretty good. Yeah. I like him. I like the Briggs soldiers in general. They're all a really cool unit. But
I'm kind of leaning more towards mid, frankly.
I guess it really is just like his initial design and him just like slapping Edward silly in their first fight, because like Edward's fighting in the cold and he doesn't get it yet. There are still some good scenes where he's one of the ones that goes down into the tunnels where Sloth was making it. And it's like, oh, if we don't come back in 24 hours, that's, just seal it up. He gets the watch, and it's like, oh, what? You were supposed to seal us up. And then Armstrong says, oh, oops, my watch must be slow. But I think that scene is more for Armstrong than for him, is why I like it. But like he's fine mid, but he doesn't really, like, push the plot forward in any meaningful way like Barry does. So
yeah, he is there. I am willing to kind of put like just have that maybe like average that out. You know, between your good, my mid.
Yeah.
Have him next to Barry maybe.
All right. I think he's cool, but I am leaning more towards mid as well.
Yeah, he's just kind of there.
Exactly.
In a lot of scenes.
But the priest. What's his name again? Like Cornello or something like that?
I think Cornello is the right. I think Great's a little too high up.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of like putting him here. But so he's like the first antagonist we see. What I love about Fullmetal Alchemist is that they immediately have access to their goal. They see a guy using a Philosopher's Stone, and it just starts off with them already finding what they think they want. And I think that's like such good writing. And he himself, like, he's just another pawn in a game that's bigger than him, but he thinks that he is also the king in said game. So the scene where he is, confronted by, envy, lust, and gluttony, right? Like, that scene where he finally realizes that, he's allying himself with just monsters. It's a good scene, but that's more just to show off, like, the homunculus characters.
Yeah, I do really feel like he's just kind of there, right? He's a villain of the week for the
one episode. Yeah, he's a villain of the week for one episode, yeah. But still, just what he does, I think he does well. But some people might say he's average. The opening, like the first chapter of the series is just like that good to me. Like just this opening bit of them in the church and the fights that they have, seeing him use a Philosopher's Stone to make all this bullshit, and also it introduces the concept of like failed transmutation, where like redirects and rebounds and stuff, and the idea of the rebound being made more in depth of like, oh, that's how Edward and Alphonse got injured and stuff like that. It's a good first villain that introduces so many concepts and ideas of the series that are then built upon later. But that's the rest of the series. If we're talking about the character himself, like he's just fine. If anything, it's like
I think that first arc is a lot more it's much more heightened by Rose rather than is by Cornello.
Yeah, so mid. Like, he's definitely not bad, but mid.
He's definitely not. I mean, I'm willing to go average for him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good spot for him.
So I don't remember his name, but I do remember him. He's one of the homunculus, or no, he's one of the chimeras that helps Edward escape from like the military and stuff like that. So he does matter, but like I just don't remember his name. I don't really remember what he turns into. Like, does he turn into a lion? A gorilla?
I think the lion's someone else. I think Heinkel is the name of the lion chimera. I will say that, like, there is... I'm pretty sure this is when Kimblee's defeated that they introduced just a lot of chimera.
Yeah, I think it's this guy,
his name's
right?
Darius.
Oh, Darius, and then, like...
Yeah, his name's Darius.
And this is the lion guy, right?
Yeah, let me say it. Yeah, his name's Heinkel.
Well, let's just like rank these two together because like they're kind of exactly the same character-wise. It's just another chimera.
I'd say Heinkel is better than Darius because I remember Heinkel was the one that basically killed Kimblee. Like he like straight up like
bit
his neck.
He like severely injured Kimblee, and that's when Pride absorbs Kimblee. That's right. So he at least struck a killing blow against a major villain, unlike Darius. So
and Darius is the gorilla.
Okay, so
honestly, I think Darius would probably be forgettable.
Yeah, forgettable, but you can at least remember the guy biting Kimblee's neck. So
dare I say, I feel like Heinkel might be the only chimera worthy of like average tier.
I mean, I think there's one other chimera we could talk about in a bit, but
okay. Yeah, I'm talking strictly from Kimblee's crew.
I know. Should we swap bad and forgettable? Because I think forgettable is a bit too harsh to be under bad.
I think forgettable is more of a side grade rather than like the actual lowest. You know?
Yeah.
So I think it makes sense to have forgettable be under everything else.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No, I'm screwing up, man. I'm fucking up. Okay, there we go. All right.
That guy.
So he worked with like the woman who was framed for the murder of Hughes, if I remember correctly. I can't, like, I'm bad with names, but he's just kind of there as well. Like, I think he's the one that slaps Edward and calls him a little shit for being a stupid little...
Brosh. That's his name.
I mean, like, he slaps Edward and then calls him a little shit, a little stupid fucking child, but...
Yeah, but
that's all he does.
Basically, he's only known for like being next to Maria Ross.
Maria Ross. Okay, thank you. But yeah, so forgettable. Fucking
yeah.
Come on.
You gotta put him there.
Well, dude, the fact that Alphonse is in the like image behind him as well. But no, it's just
exactly.
It's the other main character of the series. It's Edward Elric. Like, come on. It's just I really don't think we need to say any more.
Yeah, and I would say he is generally more interesting than Alphonse, but it really is, they are a package deal.
Exactly.
That they uplift each other in terms of
the narrative. Yeah. Okay, so this is Lieutenant Hughes' daughter. I mean, I don't want to put a little child in forgettable, but
I really don't think she's forgettable.
She's not forgettable, but she's not bad. She's a child, like a literal baby, literal toddler. You know, so
I mean, she's a baby, but remember, this is like I believe at Hughes's like there's a birthday party. She has a birthday party in the series, and that's kind of when he has a heart-to-heart with Winry, right? Unless I'm confusing that for 2003, but I'm pretty sure this happened.
No, you're right. Sorry, I'm just saying for a sec. But no, you're right.
Not to mention, she is crying during the funeral scene, and if you remember in that scene where Colonel Mustang is talking to King Bradley, knowing he is a homunculus as well, right? He completely recontextualizes that scene, that he was trembling because he was so pissed off at her crying.
That's another example of the scene is better because of a separate character. Her crying is fine, but her as a character, she's just a prop for Lieutenant Hughes to dot over. But she does help Winry like get over the loss of a close friend. Like, she does matter, but I'd feel really bad for putting a literal toddler in mid. I just
okay.
Now
I think that's fair.
Now Envy. Okay, so I think Envy is one of the best homunculus. Envy's powers, first of all, the shape-shifting stuff, plot relevant, like she makes dramatic, big game plays for the entire series. Envy's character in general, just always being envious of everyone else. It works really well. The final fight she has with Mustang, just showing off how OP he is, just really good. I don't know. Maybe I could say great.
Yeah,
like
I'm leaning
Envy's
more
great.
towards great.
Envy is great. But
yeah, the thing is with the homunculus is that they really are sort of. I mean, like they're based on the seven deadly sins, but they are like one-note characters.
and like that's kind of the point. So
Yeah, that really is.
but like the fact that Envy, even as the little tiny demon monster thing, is still able to manipulate the people around her, him, whatever. I really like that. How Envy isn't just powerful just because it can shapeshift and whatnot, but the fact that it knows how to like manipulate people to get what she wants. It's really good.
And not to mention, like, literally started the whole Ishvalan war of extermination by like, I'm pretty sure like going up as a soldier.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Transforming into a soldier, then killing a child.
Yeah, that was Envy. There's just a lot of memorable scenes, like when they're in Gluttony's stomach pocket realm, and it's Envy who gets them out because of the stone and stuff like that. Yeah. Envy's great, but I don't know, it's just barely under Wrath, is what I would say. It's just, there's fun.
Yeah.
So the Dwarf of the Flask, I mean...
Father. I mean, I'm honestly not sure if it should be in peak.
He's really good, but it's also, once again, kind of one note, just, I wants power for the sake of power.
And like, yeah, just like, kind of scheming, just kind of like it is like really cool in concept, but it's just like the character motivation like really isn't there.
Like he's good.
Much. I do, and also like that one episode that's all about Xerxes. That's awesome. Everything to do with the final battle is awesome. I feel like there's just a little something there. Not to mention it like does go into like anime bullshit where it just like all of a sudden gets a really like hot Sephiroth body and then just like throws suns at people, like a literal sun.
Yeah, I remember that, but I mean, I think that's like fine escalation for a guy who literally dragged down God from heaven and absorbed him. So
yeah, the whole thing is that like the Dwarf in the Flask Homunculus Father is so unhuman, and that's the downfall. But also like because it's so unhuman, it's just like I can't really hate Father.
Yeah.
As much.
I think putting him in good is fine.
Yeah.
Like this isn't a power scaling tier list or anything like that. We are judging them based on the characters, and Father's character, the Dwarf in the Flask, is fine. Like it's good.
Yeah.
He does what he needs to do, but serves his purpose. So I'm just gonna grab like the two ninja characters together because it's kind of like a package deal. So he is the one that helps like get the final killing blow on Bradley. Even though he fails, he sets up like a distraction that gives, who was it? Like he gives them an opening to like actually deal fatal damage. But as a character, he's just the guardian of the prince. It's like there's nothing really more to him. And the same thing kind of goes for, what was her name, Lin?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Lanfon?
I think it's Lanfon. Maybe Lin is like her.
It's Lanfon and the old man's Fu.
Okay, Lanfon and Fu. But no, they're both ninja characters. They're fine. It's like her coming back with full auto mail after only 6 months is really cool. Sick nasty. It's some peak anime shit.
I mean, I do really like the thing where like just to escape Bradley, literally cut off her own arm.
Like that's memorable. The fact that they can sense like energy within people, so they can tell, oh, there's like a homunculus person right there. So like they do have that little extra bit of keeping the plot going in that way, where they're integral to some of the plans. So I think they're fine.
I think average is like, probably the best place for them.
Like the two of them together are just average. So
yeah.
Okay, so this is Winry's tutor, right? For like automail?
Something like that. I'm looking at the wiki right now.
Yeah, I think that's Winry's automail instructor that she's like staying with in like Rush Valley.
Yeah, I don't even think he has an entry, or at least not in the list for this that I'm looking at. So
I mean, the thing is, I remember him just because I got some autism, but just as a character, he does nothing. He literally just answers the phone and says, "Oh yeah, Winry can come over." It's literally just like,
yeah, you're right.
Literally does nothing.
Not very memorable.
Exactly. So Gluttony. I think Gluttony is kind of like Father, very one note. He does what he does, but what he does well. The reveal of like the giant like laser beam thing that sucks into his pocket dimension was really memorable. I like how they intentionally try to capture gluttony over like someone like Envy, or was Lust dead at that time? I think Lust was dead. Yeah, Lust was dead because he rages over Roy Mustang. But the fact that they specifically go after gluttony, maybe it's just more of a matter of like that's what they had, but I like the idea that they go after the homunculus that's kind of retarded just to make sure it's like, because if Envy was there, maybe she could have talked to like the chimera guys that were there with them at the time. I think it is okay. I'm sorry, I'm probably like mixing up scenes and memories and whatnot, but back on track. Gluttony as a character, he's fine. If, in all honesty, he's one of the more average character-wise for the homunculus. There's nothing really interesting. He just eats shit, and that's it. If anything, he's one of the more mid-homunculus. Like, this is a character tier list, so character-wise, yeah, he's just kind of mid.
Yeah, I'd roughly around there. Also, it just I think mid for gluttony makes sense. I'd say more average, just because like there is the whole fact that like he does swallow up like Edward, Envy, and the like.
What I like about that scene, it wasn't just like a scene that had no relevance. They actually saw like parts of like a temple church thing that he swallowed up years ago that like kind of gave him a clue as to what's going on. So
yeah, doesn't he get like really sad over Lust dying?
Yeah, like that's why he crashes out over Roy. He's like, you killed Lust. So like he's fine. Now this is Lieutenant Hughes' wife, right? Like,
yes.
Kind of the same
thing.
Gracia
Hughes.
So she's like just with her daughter package deal. They talk with Winry to get through their grief and stuff. So she's fine. It's like
I'd probably say she's mid because like.
What are you talking about, bro? Oh, bro, she is not prime MILF. Not even. No, there's a way better prime MILF coming up, but she probably wouldn't want me to say that. But I don't know, putting the child in a tier above the mom, I just.
Yeah, I mean it's mostly because of like her it's the child crying during the funeral.
Yeah. And
all that. I'd say that's definitely.
Yeah, she's mid.
Or I don't know, maybe not memorable, maybe.
No, she's memorable. She has individual scenes with Winry, but that's about it. Now,
okay, so Greed,
dude,
which I think
like
we need to discuss something. When does Greed end and Ling begin for the sake of this tier list?
Whichever one is like in their body actively doing something. Well, they are two distinct separate characters. Like, okay, so like they are different. They're like two people sharing the same body.
Yeah.
They have
honestly, I feel like they might even just end up in the same tier.
No, like I think they are. They're like good foils for one another. The fact that Ling actively is like, yeah, come on, bro, do it. And Greed's like, whoa, dude, you're wild. Okay, let's just have a fun time, and his relationship to his like cohorts or retainers or whatever, it's fine, but and the way he fights is really cool. I really love when anime add in like normal people that fight alongside crazy shit and like they actually hold their own. Like the fact that Ling actively takes over the fight for Greed against Bradley at some point in time, like right, he does that. Was it Bradley?
Not to mention how like Ling sort of tied up Gluttony.
Yeah, exactly. It was Ling who, with his retainers, made the whole like capture homunculus plan work. So now, are they peak? I do think Greed is a peak character when he he's the one that helps like deal the finishing blow against Father, and his whole idea of like, oh, I don't tell lies, but the first lie I tell is the last one I'm gonna tell. That's just like, I love that shit. And
I think they're both great.
Like they are. In all honesty, I might say Greed is a bit above Ling because I like him as a character, but there are just so many more memorable moments because there's the bit where Greed is by himself without Ling, and that scene when he's like with Alphonse trying to be like, yeah, I'm homunculus, but I don't care about like the world dying. If everyone dies in the world, I can't get all the shit I want. It's a very unique character aspect that makes he is completely a standout in all the other homunculus characters. So it's like, I say Greed is peak.
The thing I would say Greed in 2003 is peak. I probably wouldn't say brotherhood.
Really?
That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of disagree. I think Greed is one of the most interesting, memorable characters in Brotherhood, or like the original manga. He actively helps the plot move along. His relationship with Ling is very interesting. It's really cool. And the fact that he's actively working with the protagonists to defeat the other homunculus characters, it's interesting. You know, like the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of stuff. I like that.
Yeah, it is cool how he is definitely distinct from the rest of the
and the fact that he lets himself get absorbed to fuck with Father's, you know, anatomy and stuff, make him brittle. Like, he actively helps Edward save the day. And I think Greed is peak.
Okay. You know what? You've convinced me.
All right, so this is like the professor character that's talking to Armstrong about the real plot of like
Grumman.
Okay, I'm not putting him good. I'm just putting him here. So the thing is, I like how he gets killed by the, you know, monster Philosopher's Stone enemy things. You know, it's just he thinks he's all powerful and yada yada yada, but turns out, you know, he doesn't matter to the grand plan. So
what the fuck do you mean? Grumman lives.
Oh, that's Grumman? Oh shit. No, okay.
That's Grumman, yeah.
Oh, fucking. Okay, look, I confused him for another, like, character that's old and dies. Okay, so I was thinking of the character that forced Roy Mustang to transmute for the last sacrifice. I'm sorry. That was my fault, because I'm retarded. But, oh yeah, he works with Roy.
Oh, the gold-toothed doctor?
Yeah, he's probably...
Literally his name.
Oh yeah, this guy. this fucking guy.
Oh yeah, they're both G's, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So... Please forgive me, chat. Don't roast me, okay? So, I think he's fine. More average. Like, he helps
Well,
Roy.
the thing is, so, I will say that he has a definitive personality. Like, he's a little bit of a pervert, right? He's a little bit of a pervert.
Yep.
I think he is kind of in the top brass in the military, and he's kind of like the mole for Roy Mustang. He's the one, like, when playing chess with Mustang, gets Mustang to kind of talk with that one dude who's at that like table of like the mysterious guys who are all in on the homunculus plan, and then Roy Mustang kind of fucks himself over that way.
Yeah.
But
the thing is,
there are some,
like, we're talking about Roy Mustang. His relationship, him as a character is only relevant in relationship to Roy Mustang. I know that he's like there to help set up the distraction when they try to assassinate King Bradley. So he does have that little extra bit of like he's organizing this assassination, but the thing is when like a lot of other characters, they have unique relationships to everyone else, but they also have their own unique stuff that's unique to them, or you know, unique, whatever. But I feel like him as a character is only relevant when Roy Mustang is also around, and that kind of like docks points for me.
Yeah, Grumman is also the Führer at the end of the story.
I mean, okay, so he's Führer, so.
I would say average.
Okay, yeah,
right? I'm just batting to keep him out of mid tier.
No, I get that. I don't think he's mid. He does have relevant plot moments, but a lot of them revolve around other characters. He's a tertiary character at best, which, you know, it's average. Okay, Izumi Curtis, I mean, come on. Like, her tragic backstory of, like, she also tried to transmute a human body, and it's, like, her stillborn child, and it's tragic. She's actively kicking ass. She's, you know, plot relevant all the time. She's fucking hot. I wish she would beat the shit out of me. Like, she's the one that teaches Edward and Alphonse. I do think she's a peak character. And then all the scenes where she's doting over her husband, like, it's just so, it just warms my heart. You know, my cold, dead heart. It's, I think putting her any lower than peak is just a fucking, like, tragedy. Like, no, like, that is blasphemy for me.
I mean, I don't know. I'd say great. I'd still say great.
How dare you?
Like, if everything is peak, nobody is peak.
Okay, so we have a lot of mid. Okay, so the thing is, we have a lot of like mids to go through. Okay.
Yeah.
So don't worry, we're gonna fill this out. But no, Izumi Curtis is one of the best characters in the series. She has emotional, relevant, like resonates in your heart moments. She actively fights in the plot. She's a big power player towards the end. Like,
I mean, thing is, I would say that in 2003, not as much in Brotherhood.
I still think in Brotherhood, she is a peak as fuck character.
Okay, I mean...
But fine, I'll put her down in great for now, but maybe I'll
Yeah.
convince you.
Okay.
Is this Winry's father?
That might be another homunculus. Let me check.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think he is.
Yeah, because we still have many of them. That's Heinkel. Wait, where is he? In
Oh,
mid?
like fucking like.
Oh, that one.
So who's?
Oh,
this?
never mind. Wait, I'm still looking. Wait, that's how irrelevant he is.
Whoever is the lion guy gets to stay in mid. If that's not him, then like.
Yeah, I mean, he actually might just go unforgettable because Oh, that's a Zampano.
Okay.
What the? Yeah, let me check what he actually does. What do you do around here?
What do you do, bro?
Human-based chimera. He has an unnamed son. His part in the story. Oh, he's the guy that shoots the needles out of his back.
Oh, okay. Well, man, it's just another.
You're putting the lion
Fuck
in mid or out of mid.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We haven't even talked about the gold-toothed doctor.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fucking like. I don't care about him. Like, whatever. He has no character. Who gives a shit?
I mean, I think it is really funny how, like, the gold-toothed doctor is in the flashback scene with Bradley, and then he just comes back. He's still kicking.
He's still kicking. Yep.
I just think that's really funny.
But anyways, so the lion guy that struck a killing blow on Kimberly, he's good, mid, whatever. Like, a lot of these homunculus characters, it's just they're forgettable.
Yeah.
So
there's too many of them, really. They're just firepower.
Okay, so this is another, like, I know he works with Roy Mustang and he's like trying to help him out, set up the plot of like assassinate Bradley, but him as a character, I don't remember him at all.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the sound of his voice, so there's that.
I just remember him as another guy that was there with Mustang's crew, but that's about it.
Oh, cool, yeah. Second Lieutenant Haymans Breda, that's his name.
Oh, okay, but all right, Hohenheim.
Okay, Hohenheim's easily P.
Oh, okay, yeah, easily, just like up there with his boys,
Yeah,
I'm with my boys. But no, he's like what Father is, but like just way better, just an upgraded Father, even though he's a shit father, but like
yeah,
that's
well, it's a thing
that's
where
the joke.
He's trying to prevent something, so that's why he leaves his family. But then by leaving, that's why his boys do what they do, and possibly that's why that leads to the mother dying.
Yep.
So it is very, very tragic.
And like he actively saves the day in some ways by going around the country, dropping philosopher's stones here and there. It's like he's just always there in the plot. He matters a ton. He helps Curtis, with her womb and stuff like that. He has so many memorable moments of just like, what the fuck is he? Like, there's that bit where he's being held up at gunpoint in like a carriage. And it's just like, you might not want to do that. He just takes a bullet and just like falls off. And it's just like, oh, come on, man. Like, we don't gotta
that's
do
like
this.
On the train, right?
No, it wasn't on the train. It was like him in like a horse-drawn carriage or something like that. I mean, I could be wrong, because
I'm pretty sure that didn't get animated in Brotherhood.
Oh, okay, so that might be a manga exclusive.
I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out.
Fair enough.
People were following.
But still, it's just Hohenheim is integral to the plot, interesting character and dynamics with who he is and what he is. It's just can't have FMA without him.
Exactly.
Okay, Lieutenant Hughes, I might get some flack for this. He's just fine. So the thing is, I get that like his death, it's like kind of sad and shit, but in the manga,
it's a load-bearing moment.
The thing is though, him as a character, he only has like a handful of scenes, and a lot of them are just being like, look at my cute daughter. It's just like he's the kind of character that's like, man, life's great, I'm retiring in 2 weeks, I'm gonna live my life with my beautiful family, we just had a newborn daughter, man, life is swell, and then he dies. It's more of like it's sad, it sucks, but a lot of it just comes down to we see how other characters react to him dying, and we get the sense that he matters to them. But Lieutenant Hughes, as a character, his most memorable moment is right before he dies, when he's like, oh, Maria Ross has a mole on her face, and that's how he's like, he knows it's not actually her. Like, that's memorable. Like, he's good, but his
He
death
didn't have
scene
enough
is
time to shine.
exactly. And I get it that he's the one that like uncovered the secrets of what's going on, but like that's just another mystery that the series establishes. Like him as a character, he's good.
Yeah, it's
He's
more of
good.
an Uncle Ben death.
Exactly. Where it's like he has enough scenes where you remember him and his death does matter, but Uncle Ben-esque death. So
Yeah.
now this is the guy that gets shot and paralyzed, right?
Yes, from the waist down.
Yeah. I love the reveal at the end where he's like working with his mom and pop store to get the supplies and the van that they need to escape and like the climax and stuff like that. Like he's fine.
Yeah.
Seeing a character.
Out of
Oh, God.
out of like the 4 of the like Roy Mustang glup shittos, I think he's definitely the best.
I do like the establishing that automail can only fix like damaged limbs. It doesn't heal nerve damage. So adding in this little extra bit of world building of automail can only do so much. So some characters have to truly pick themselves up off their feet. And then there are scenes of him going through like physical therapy. I mean, I do love the little character arc of him being so down in the dumps. He thinks he can't do shit, and then he finds like, I actually can still help my friends when they really need me. I love that shit. Just some good shit. Like, it's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think like it's kind of implied he's a bit more of a womanizer. Like he has like these flirtatious lines.
Oh yeah, he's
with
the one.
Confrontation.
Oh yeah, he's the one that does. Yeah.
And also, this was adapted in 2003, but I'm pretty sure this originated in like the 4 comma like manga like bits, the shorts.
Yeah.
Where he's like trying to date Louise Armstrong's daughter, Catherine.
Oh shit.
And like I think that whole bit was pretty funny. So I think solid good tier. Like he like for the lack of real screen time he has, he definitely makes the most of it.
Exactly. I think he's and I know I've been bitching a lot about like characters' relations with others, but they do matter. I like seeing Roy try to like help encourage him to like pick himself back up. It's like Roy Mustang and his crew, they do matter, but it's more all centered around Roy. But the few times where it's more centered around anyone else is when it's good. And the few scenes of him in the hospital bitching and moaning about like, I can't do shit, I suck, blah blah blah, and Roy's just like, come on, fucking pick yourself up, bro. Like, just get over it. Yeah. And this is another Roy Mustang glup shitto. Just fucking, I don't like
Kane Fury.
I don't remember him. He's just
he's good. He has the radio. He's like better with technology than everybody else, I think.
Okay, he was in the like tower with Maria Ross. Or no, Lieutenant Hawkeye. I'm sorry. He was he was there with her, but okay, a character
he wasn't the one sniping.
Exactly. Like he's just on the radio trying to like coordinate stuff, but like him as a character, no, I forgettable.
Yeah.
All right. Kimblee, dude, Kimblee. He's great.
Great. Yeah, great. His personality, everything about it.
He just wants to see the world burn, and he's happy to light that match. It's just.
Yeah, it's such like an amoral character. It's really. I don't know. It's so.
The fact that he swallows the Philosopher's Stone, he gets that taste of power, literally, and refuses to let it go. We're not really talking a lot about like transmutation and stuff like that because a lot of characters kind of like brush it over or we just assume people remember it. But I love the fact that he has to put his palms together in that way. Like kind of like what Edward and Alphonse do, but he literally has the runes on his hands. And seeing him like bound in jail with that like stockade holding his hands, just imagining a guy sitting in prison for like 10 years unable to move his hands like that. Ooh, he must have been dying to just clap them one more time and just blow something up. And the fact that Kimblee also like fucks over Pride in the end. Oh, dude, I love that bit. Like it's kind of like a mirror to what Greed does. Like two characters get absorbed to fuck over the person that absorbs them. I fuck with that.
And also all his fight scenes are great. Especially the fact that he gave a homunculus an actual like great moment.
Exactly. It's Kimblee is good. Really good. Great. So.
Oh yeah.
Now Lust is good. I like her she's hot, gets my dick hard, which is the point. The fact that she's like wooing the, Roy Mustang crew guy to get some intel or just like try to get close to someone else and higher up. She's cunning. She's clever. I like her powers, just like these long nails. Like the way she uses them is really cool. I like it. She dies fairly early on, but I think it works. So, I think she's good.
Yeah, definitely. It is the same kind of thing where she does die off too early to really justify being any higher than that.
Yeah. But what she does good. And, like, she's the one that threatens the doctor of, like, I will blow up and, like, I will kill everyone in this village if you don't do what we do. When she's on screen and threatening, like, fucking, I'm reading it and I'm kind of like, ooh, I want to piss her off. But,
yeah.
Okay, so this is, like, Roy Mustang's adoptive mother. I only remember that just because I read it not too long ago. But that's it.
Yeah.
I say bad character. It's just...
Yeah, it introduces a whole, like, new dynamic to Roy Mustang that's never really explored again, and it's not really relevant to his character at all.
Exactly. No, it's just, you could have had him know a guy who knows a guy that helps him escape, but they just needlessly adding one extra little layer of, like, oh, you're my adoptive mother, but that doesn't do anything, doesn't go anywhere, whatever. Just not even, I don't want to put everyone in forgettable just because, like, I barely remember them, but, like...
Yeah.
I don't know, I really do think, like, the forgettable tier is fucking us over with this.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But we're already in too deep. Fuck it, let's just roll with it. Okay, Maria Ross. I think, so the thing is, her being, framed for this murder and stuff, I love the scenes between her and Barry, where, he's a literal fucking serial killer, he's like, oh, I want to chop you up, you look good, like, you're good meat. She just has to deal with that. The way she has to escape and flee for a bit, just on the run. She comes back later, starts kicking ass. She's really good because of how the other characters respond to her. Like seeing Roy, quote, kill her, and see Ed cry that Roy killed her. Wasn't she the one that, like, slaps Eric? And, and it's just, or Edward, fucking... Like, she slaps him and says, stop being a little shit. Like, she was with, like, this guy, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
something like that.
Like, she does matter. She matters more than anyone down here,
Yeah. Yeah, not to mention those two are more associated with Armstrong. Which, it is kind of weird how they are kind of like... I think they're more like they're assigned to Edward.
Yeah, that's right. They're assigned to, like, watch over him to make sure he doesn't do stupid shit. But...
yeah, essentially.
But, like, her as a character, it's, like, kind of mid.
I'd say average just because she actually does.
She does things. So.
And some things do happen to her. So I think that's fine.
Average is fine. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Murrock, right?
Marco.
I'm pronouncing that wrong. I think Marco. Go ahead.
Yeah, not to mention, like, the manga has so many different translations. Like, I remember, like, for example, Lior, like, that has different names in English. Like, there's a manga print that has Lior or something, like, or like it's spelt different ways, or Riol. Like, it's all like, so maybe if you haven't watched the anime, you probably might mispronounce some things.
But, like, the doctor that made the Philosopher's Stone, so he helps Eric, I keep saying Eric because it's like Elric, but he helps Ed and Al solve the mystery of the Philosopher's Stone. He's the one that, like, is behind the scenes working with the Homunculus characters. I think he's good. He has a lot of tragic aspects to him where, he was trying to pursue science and got in way too deep, and him trying to right the wrongs and stuff like that. It's interesting, it's compelling, and yada yada. I think he's good.
He's like suffering from, like, PTSD, and, like, he also, like, gets like his face doesn't Scar just fuck up his face? Yeah,
to make sure they don't really recognize him. So he kind of gets what he deserves in a sense, but the fact that he, like, understands that, I like that.
Yeah. I do like. I think Good's a fair enough spot for him. He is definitely in the series more than those two other soldiers, but I'd say, oh no, I just don't think he really does anything.
Well, no, he does.
He doesn't do anything too grand in the timeline that he's with everyone else.
Yeah, but what he has done still fucking matters. Like,
yeah, it does absolutely.
All right,
so he just doesn't have too much stand out.
Alright, so the child character from, like, the East with, like, separate alchemy, I think she's good. Like, her different alchemy styles are, like, it's interesting seeing her, in the final fight, transmute, like, a separate transmutation circle for Edward and Alphonse and stuff. It's, the way she uses her alchemy is really cool and stuff like that. But her as a character, I think good is fine. You know, she's trying to fight. Yeah, she's trying to fight Ling for, you know, a title of, like, you know, emperor or whatever for her family and clan. Envy manipulates her to go back to the fight, which, you know, almost fucks everyone else over. So she has interesting moments. She has her own character. Introducing.
Isn't it?
Go ahead.
Isn't it implied she kind of likes Alphonse?
It's not implied. She actively has a crush on. Like, she at first has a crush on Edward because she, like, hears about him, and then she's like, but you're 5'2". Who the fuck? My Edward's, like, a big, tall, strong man, and it's like Alphonse, like, helps save her little panda. She's like, oh my god, Alphonse, you're so nice. You're a literal knight in shining armor. But I mean, she's good.
Yeah. So Ling is May's older half brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think good is probably definitely the highest I'd put her.
Yeah, no, I like
not to mention just during the anime itself, like, she can get a little grating at times.
Okay.
With her foid behavior.
But, like, she's a child. Let's let's be nice to her. She's actually a child, but, like, she's the one that helps heal the doctor's fucked up face. Like she's fine. She's good.
But like she can get into like you know, really anime moe shit when it comes to, like, especially, like, in those intense moments. Like, for example, just look at this screenshot. Like, Edward's clearly injured, and this is her reacting to seeing Edward, and this is, like, down when he's confronting Father.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I guess, like, when you're watching the anime, that could be a few points against her.
It is like a Marvel quote cape shit, but, like, not as bad, obviously.
Well, at the very least, there's not enough of that going around that, like, makes it too unbearable. But good. Literal who cared? Oh, it's just a little kid, whatever. So, no. Armstrong's sister. yeah. Okay, so, look, I get that, I'm, like, putting her here for now, but, like, I get it. The chimera scene is impactful. We might as well just get, like, her father here as well. The thing is, her as a character, she's a lot like Lieutenant Hugh's daughter. But, like, the tragic scene, it's horrible and fucked up, her being fused with her dog. It's one of, if not the most memorable scene in the entire series. So
it is, yeah. And, like, just think about, like, how memorable they are compared to the low screen time they have.
Yes, it's just...
Right? Like, they leave an impact.
Seeing Edward and Alphonse be, like, an older brother figure to them, to her, and, like, the dog, it's just... Seeing, like, the dog tackle Ed and just, like, hype mog him, like, as a dog, it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice. It's just... For the little screen time that is there, it sucks. But I love how in the very end, when Ed is, like, seeing, you know, the figure again for the last time in front of the tablet, he admits, like, you know, I'm just a human. I couldn't even save a little girl. I like how they made sure that, like, she was not forgotten. Like, that will stick with Ed and Al for the rest of their lives. And the amount of people that have, like, started, I'm gonna watch Fullmetal Alchemist, and, like, they post a screenshot to Twitter of, like, fuck this scene! You know? It's literally one of the most memorable scenes, if not the most memorable scene in the entire series, and maybe even anime in general. You can just post the photo of the girl and her dog, and people kind of already remember, oh, that's the girl that gets fused with the dog. But the thing is, as a character, can we really put someone, like, in great or peak defined off of one scene alone?
I think so.
Alright. Now, her father. I think, like, her father, as a character, like, he's the one that fuses them. Like, he's even more fucked up as a character. And I like seeing him slowly, like, devolve into this, like, maddening state of, like, my test is coming up, I need this funding, I need this money, and he resorts to, like, what he did, like, you know, 4 years ago or whatever. It's just Like, him being this, like, alchemist that's, like, ruining people's lives with all this fucked up shit. But what I really like, though, is him trying to fuse people and animals and, like, making chimeras. We do see actual chimera characters that are, quote, successful chimeras, right? And
Yeah.
just adding this little extra bit of, like, maybe if he was just a little more skilled, his daughter fusing into the dog might not have been this, like, actual fucked up abomination. So adding in that little extra bit of world building and the idea of it, it's like, I'm not going to put him in peak for obvious reasons, but I do think character-wise, he's good.
Yeah, I'd say great.
Great, I could agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, he is the catalyst for one of the most memorable scenes in anime. So it's like, you gotta give him some credit there. And then him trying to have Eric and Alphonse. I keep saying Eric. What the fuck is wrong with me? Elric. Ed and Al. But no, like, he's a catalyst for Ed and Al trying to research the Philosopher's Stone and stuff like that. It's like, they're good. Like, I think great character. Now, so fucking, like, she's like the bad character. Yeah, no, it's just, she doesn't do anything memorable for the plot.
She pisses me off.
Okay, because she's a Latina.
She's a thief, first off.
Okay, yeah. She's a fucking thief.
Exactly. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure she takes Edward's pocket watch.
Yes, yeah, she takes the watch, and like she and Winry try to like pry it open and see like the don't forget the October 3rd or 13th. Third. Okay, yeah, like she pries into like a man's personal like private shit just cuz, and like Winry doesn't really help there, but still, it's just like, fuck this bitch.
Yeah, I think Winry is kind of at her worst around, like, with her.
Yeah, but we'll talk about Winry in a bit. Now, her grandmother, man, like, I really like her. I think she's good.
Yeah, I'd say good.
I say good. So
yeah, like, she doesn't. I mean, she's there at the very beginning, but obviously she's not gonna be the like carrying in the final battle.
Yeah, but like the scenes with her and Hohenheim, like, oh, we're all drinking buddies.
Yeah,
and then like you see the photo of him then and now, like with the grandmother, and it's like he hasn't aged a day. What the fuck is up with that? So like that's a catalyst to, like, another like question for the series. And the way that like she explains a lot of like the backstory scenes, but she's not just giving exposition to the reader or watcher. She's like telling a tragic story of like her, you know, her daughter and stepson just like dying in a war. You really get the feeling that she's telling you something that really matters. And one of my favorite scenes is when Ed says 1 year, both of these automail parts, 1 year therapy, and she just looks at him and says, "You're gonna go through hell, kid." But she has like a fucked up grin where she loves like that tenacity, and like she's the one that also helps you know, what's her face, you know, get her automail. So, but once again, she's a good character when she has other characters to play off of. But I like her. She's good. I like her. You know, she's good.
Yeah.
Now, dare I say, she's a bit better than. Once again, I love the scene of her saying, "Oh, my watch had a wrong time," because she's always trying to be firm. You know, we're Briggs, we're living in the mountains, the wilderness. If you aren't firm on everything you believe, you will die. And then like you find the little moments, the tiny chink in her armor where she actually gets like let it slip that she's not actually as cold-hearted as people think she is. I love scenes like that. And then the way she fights with her brother to defeat Sloth, it's a great fight scene. I like how she's trying to play the guys at the higher ups of like, oh yeah, I know all about this plot to get immortality. How do you know this plot? Oh yeah, one of your guys, he talked a lot, talked a little too much, so he wouldn't be good for you guys, so I'm just gonna replace him. I love that. The way she just waltzes into that room, ready to just like take shit over. It's really good. But like, I think her and Armstrong's relationship is great. The way, like, the thing I love about her is all the times, like, she comes across as cold-hearted and a bitch. It's just like, oh, she fought for the Armstrong family home and kicks everyone out to get them out of the country because she's a cold-hearted bitch, that's why. No, to make sure they're not around when all hell breaks loose. It's like,
Yeah.
I like stuff like that. So I think she's a great character. Maybe not peak, but definitely like with her brother together, it's like two of them are great together.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, so this is the guy that she kills that's telling her all about like, oh yeah, we're gonna be immortal, we're gonna sacrifice people, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's just,
and also I believe he's the one that Mustang is talking to at first. That like they walk down the hallway talking about like, maybe King Bradley is like a homunculus, and then he's like, would you like to tell the class?
oh yeah, that's right. He opens that door and he's like, oh yeah, you want to tell him yourself? He also gets Kimberly out of prison. Like, he does do stuff to force the plot along, but he just also just kind of dies. Like, she just kills him, buries him in concrete. Like, I say mid. He has one or two scenes of him mattering, but he doesn't matter, and that's kind of a point. So I think mid is there. Oh, did I move someone out bad? Did I fucking... Oh, yeah.
I only remember those two.
No,
that one. Yeah.
Okay, Hawkeye. I mean, ooh. The thing is... okay, Roy's also here.
She is fundamentally a support character.
So the thing is, you can have Roy Mustang by himself, but you can't really have Lieutenant Hawkeye without Roy Mustang. So...
That is true.
I think this is good. Like... Literally, like, Roy Mustang, peak character, power player, always doing shit. His banter with Edward is fucking hilarious. I love how the two of them are always at each other's throats. He's trying to fight Bradley. He's doing this. He kills Lust. He kills Envy. His fire alchemy is fucking fire, right? And, dude, the scene where he burns his own hands, or, like, he cuts them up to make the rings to kill Lust. Oh... Roy Mustang is a peak character. I don't care. And then...
so much good stuff there.
And Lieutenant Hawkeye is great. I just... Yeah.
I enjoy her being I enjoy her, like, being the one guiding Roy Mustang when he's blind. Which is really only at the very end. But
still, no, it's a memorable scene in the sense that Roy Mustang completely trusts her judgment. She says, move like 5 degrees to the left. He moves it, boom, hits the target perfectly. Just having two characters in sync, working together, no hesitation, no questioning one another, and it just works. It's like,
Yep.
Peak shit.
Yeah. Okay, Scar's brother.
So Scar's brother is like, he only matters in the sense of Scar. You can have Scar by himself, but you can't have Scar's brother. We're calling him Scar's brother, for fuck's sakes. No, I don't want to call him...
That might be his actual name.
I don't want to call him bad, though. I don't think he's a bad character, but he only matters in the sense of other characters' shit. Like, he's out here trying to learn a new form of alchemy and stuff like that. It's interesting. But himself, I cannot put him any higher than mid.
His name in the wiki is literally Scar's brother.
Okay, exactly. Like,
we do not know his real name.
Like, he is not bad, but he is not mid. Like, no, he is mid. I'm sorry, but
yeah, definitely.
So Son Goku, man, like, just peak anime. Like, you cannot have anime without Goku. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but how good is he in Fullmetal Alchemist?
I mean, kind of fucks up. Like he fucks up the power scaling a ton, though. It's like,
yeah, I don't know. It's just like the cameo that he has in there, just like it didn't really sit right with me.
Yeah, it was very blink and you miss it, and like he just comes and goes. But like, did it really matter? Did it really help? Like, he didn't progress the series. He was just like, "Hi, I'm Goku." It's just like, it's Goku, but. In terms of FMA characters, there's so many characters that are just way better written with depth and layers and stuff. Like Goku, like, probably average for the series.
Yeah.
Okay, so it. Like,
another unnamed character named Scar's Master.
Yeah, okay. Like, Scar's brother at least, like, does the whole, like, arm shit. Like, what a bad character. Now, Pride.
Yeah.
Dude, the reveal that Pride is also a homunculus. It's like the few scenes where he's a little kid and then he's hiding in the shadows. He tells Hawkeye, hey, you can just keep doing whatever you're doing, but the second I think you're stepping out of line, and like he just barely slashes her cheek just to show how little effort it would take to actually just like cut her head off. It's like he is menacing. And he's also smart. Him doing that Morse code shit to like give his location. When Alphonse trapped him in the dome. Like, And the actual fight with him having Gluttony's powers of smell, it's just... Pride is such a good, like, fucking peak, bro.
I mean, I would say great. Like,
okay, maybe I am
don't think I'd say peak.
Maybe I am overhyping him a little bit, but I just love the scenes he's in. You're right. Okay, she's not she's not bad. She's not forgettable. She's integral on them helping solve, his Philosopher's Stone recipe. So it's like she has plot relevant scenes. She matters, but putting her anywhere above mid is just that is just a lie.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Izumi Kurusa's husband. He's good. Like, he's fine.
And supplement to, I feel like he could stand on his own just because he is jacked and kind of.
I mean, like, he has that scene with Armstrong,
Yeah, but... absolutely, right. He has a more kind of like fat, muscular build.
Yeah, literal dad bod, but
yeah, completely makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd definitely say good.
What I
don't really remember any quotes from him. Really, it's mostly just like. But like, the loving is being done by Izumi for the most part. That's she's the talker.
Yeah, but still, I still like the idea that they are surrogate parents. Like after Hohenheim leaves and their mom dies, I feel like that they're the kind of good surrogate parents that they need. Like the fact that they trust them, the two of them, wholeheartedly without any extra bullshit. I like that. I will put him in good. He is not average. He is not mid. He's good. Now, so this is one of the guys. I believe he was with Barry or.
The slicer.
Yeah. So he's another fucking He's actually two beings possessing the armor together, which is cool.
Yeah.
But he shows up that fight, Lust kills him. He doesn't do anything extra with Barry. So in all honesty, some people might even forget that he was there. I don't though, because I'm like that. I don't want to put him in bad because he's actually cool. Like the way he fights Ed, really awesome. The reveal that I'm actually two souls.
Because it was established. Because the Slicer brothers just straight up say that they were executed, right, in their previous life.
Yeah.
Was that delivered before we knew about the origins of Barry the Chopper?
Yeah, I think so. Like the idea is that him and Barry are brothers, but it's like no, it's cute. It's a cute little twist mid fight. Yeah. That is just nice, a little cherry on top. But he's mid. I can't put him any higher than that. Now, Sloth as a character, he is one of the more... He's not forgettable, but compared to all the other Homunculus characters, he's one of the worst ones. Like, the fights he has are really cool. The idea that he's the fastest Homunculus, a literal blink and you, just suddenly get crushed by an enormous mass. It's nice. But he's only in one fight scene, and it's a fight scene he loses, Armstrong's.
He really is more of a plot device.
Exactly.
More than anything.
He is not a character. He's a plot device to just dig tunnels. Character-wise, kind of bad.
I will say that I think it's fine in the context of the story because there is so much going on. You're being introduced to so much in, the Briggs area. Like that arc, there's a lot more to delve into than a new homunculi.
Yeah.
So I think him being simple is fine in the context of that part where he's introduced and what he does.
Yeah, I can get that, but I guess mid.
I think mid. I think
Okay, so
imagine Sloth had a whole ass backstory. I think it would kind of drag down the pacing, and Briggs is really the slowest part of the entire manga.
I will agree with that, but it's a slow burn. It's like Frostbite. Yeah, get it?
Right.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay, so look, I get that. Oh, it's Ed and Al's mom. What does she do? She dies. That's it. As a character, she is just there to make sure that Ed and Al don't have parents. She's on her deathbed, apologizes because I'm sorry, Hohenheim, I couldn't keep our promise, and then she croaks. It's like when they are trying to resurrect her, that is purely a character moment between Ed and Al. They don't even resurrect her. So that whole demon homunculus thing, that's not her, right? And it's I'm sorry. She has no screen time. She's only memorable because she's the protagonist's mom.
And I will say, I think this might be specifically a Brotherhood issue, maybe not even the manga, but I do think they establish her too quickly, or not too quickly, but there's not enough time between her being established and it established that she died in the past.
Yeah, it's
right.
just,
like I think there needed to have been more time to develop her before revealing
no,
that she died.
Give us a scene of her and Hohenheim meeting, her reacting like, "Oh, my husband's like a fucking demon homunculus thing," but like,
Well,
how does she still love him? You know, it's like.
Didn't that kind of happen, or maybe this is only in that one recap episode of Brotherhood?
Okay, so
because
it's in like an extra recap episode. It's like I'm sorry. Let me go on. Sorry.
Yeah, because this is roughly around like the halfway point where or maybe after part 3, I believe, where it is for the most part a recap episode, but it does show Hohenheim at like a little bonfire thing, and she like I just remember there was an interaction between Hohenheim and Trisha Elric.
Yeah, but that is like an extra anime exclusive scene to kind of justify like just a little extra bit. Like, remember, I'm a manga reader. There was nothing extra like that in the manga. So for me, it's like, I'm sorry, fucking sue me, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, Winry. I mean, like, kind of like.
I don't think she's peak.
I kind of agree with that. She's great.
I would
like, I like Winry. You know.
Yeah, I do like Winry too.
So the thing is, her always being there to help Ed and Al, she's integral to like them having them like helping Al remember he has his own memories, he is still himself. The repair she makes to Edward is good. She helps deliver a baby in Rush Valley, which is an emotional scene. The scene between her and Scar where she has the gun and Ed says, "Your hands were made to heal people. Don't like defile that," or he doesn't say it like that, but an emotional, beautiful scene like that where, you know, she is still her, you know, mother and father's daughter. Like, she is the daughter of doctors, even to the person that murdered them. She would still let him live. It's like maybe not great, maybe not peak, but she has integral plot relevant scenes. She matters, and it's like.
And I do really like the parts where when we was brought in by Kimberly, essentially.
Yeah, as like leverage, like, as a hostage.
That was such a good moment. But
and
like that is mostly Kimberly's doing.
But also,
like they did introduce her.
One of my favorite scenes is once again between her and Scar, where there's the plan of like we give Winry to Scar, that way Kimberly can't just blow them up together. And like in the manga, it's just Ed is crashing out like, what the hell, dude? She has, like, Scar has her now. What the fuck are you doing? And then it flashes back to, like, that's part of his plan. But, like, the action bit of, like, he was genuinely pissed in that moment. Like, he wasn't acting. He was actually just that fucking mad. Oh, yep. I love that. And I get that that's not entirely on Winry, but her just having to be around the man that brutally, mercilessly slaughtered her parents that were saving his life, it's an interesting dynamic, and I like it. Yep. So, do you agree on great?
Yeah, great.
Okay, so we have the mining delegate guy. He's a lot like the pastor, just villain of the week kind of guy. But I do like how he actually matters in the Briggs, like, mountain stuff, where he's like, you know, I work in mines. You know, I know my ways around these places, so we're not going to freeze to death. I actually do like that, how he doesn't just get forgotten. And actually, no, like, one of the funny bits is, like, he does get forgotten. It's like, oh, Ed and Al, do you remember me? And they're like, who the fuck are you? You literal glup shitto. It's like, ah! But I do... The thing is, I'm just more remembering it because of Ed and Al. But him as a character, he's just literally mid. Glup shitto.
Yeah. I will say, one thing that makes it much worse is that in Brotherhood, they completely skip the Usewell mining town arc.
What? That's one of the best... Dude, that is one of the best arcs in early FMA. Like, dude, it shows off Ed's, like, ingenuity and his creativity to get out of the situation, to, like, get what he wants. And then also, like, it adds in the extra bit of, like, oh, alchemists are the dogs of the military. So it's like, oh, why do people hate them? And then he helps the mining town stuff and comes back. Fuck that. Fuck that. No. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
but like they do a little funny thing where like when he's back, he like reminds them where it's like in all in a old school kind of cartoon, sort of like old timey kind of flashback, which I don't know, I think that's kind of funny, kind of makes up for it, but like what he does not make up for him coming back,
Yeah, I
especially
get
if you're
that.
gonna skip that arc.
No,
Yeah, by the way, they also in Brotherhood they also skipped the train.
really, well,
Both of which were in 2003. This is why
uh,
2003 is better.
oh, okay. Fair enough. But the thing is, I might just kind of put him in bad because, like, when he comes back, he literally does nothing. He is just part of Scar's little crew for no reason,
Yeah.
like literally no reason. Okay. I like this is part like Roy's crew again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Fallman, that's his name.
I don't remember him at all.
Yeah, he does not have really any
Like
memorable
he has a
scenes.
scene with like this guy, if I remember correctly, where he's also like, "Hey, buckle up, get your shit together." But like,
Yeah.
it matters when Roy does it, but when I don't remember him. Another chimera glup shido, just whatever.
Yeah. Rose.
Rose, she's good. You know, like she's Ed telling her, you know, like pick yourself up, figure out your own path. It's like, yeah, shit sucks right now, but what can you do? What can you do? You can stand up and just keep going. So it's
Yeah.
impactful for Edward of just like, you know, Ed and Al go through all this shit. How do they keep their heads up? And it's like, oh well, that's how they do it. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put her right next to the priest because it's like, you know, kind of villain of the week stuff.
I think she can go up to good tier.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'd just like to point out, Fallman in the manga and Brotherhood.
Yeah.
I think he had to live with Barry the Chopper in his apartment for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that was funny
Which
enough,
is
but like
very
I
funny
just,
in concept, but
no, it's just it kind of goes nowhere. It's nothing.
Yeah.
But okay, Scar. I mean,
Scar.
like, dude, dare I say peak? Like I think Scar is just so cool. The way, like, the fact that they bring up how alchemy works is you have destruction, then recreation, and then, like, he only does, like, destruction. That's why people blow up and stuff. You have the few extra fight scenes where he's going around killing other state alchemists, so you get to see more alchemy in work with those characters, and it's cool fight scenes and stuff like that. You know, he has all this extra tragic shit, kills Winry's parents, but she still saves his life. It's memorable scenes like that. The fact that the reason why the capturing gluttony worked is because they drew Scar out in order to, you know, make sure, oh, we need the, you know, chosen ones, we need the sacrifices to live, so we have to kill Scar, so that draws out the homunculus. There are a lot of really great plot-driven scenes by him. You know, he kills the, you know, dog chimera, which it's a brutally sad moment, you know, but
Yeah.
I want to say peak. I really do.
I think he's definitely above Izumi.
Yeah, like he is great for sure, 100%. But maybe we can come back to, like, you know, some of the great characters. But,
yeah, that's a good place to put it.
So the Briggs Ishbalan, I don't remember his name, but that's a lot of stuff. It brings up a lot of cool, interesting ideas, you know, like racism, blah blah blah. Like, oh, you're Ishbalan, but you're working for this country, and it's like, yeah, you know, mixed blood, but I choose my own path, kind of stuff. It's interesting enough, but what does he do? Like, I know he, like, helps Armstrong with whatever the fuck she's got going on, but once again, tertiary character. I can't put him any higher than mid.
His name is Miles.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do think, because it does kind of show how, for like Armstrong, she just wants the strongest people. She, like, cares about pure meritocracy.
Yeah. But, like, what does he do? You
Yeah.
know? Like, I'm just gonna put him mid. That, like, not bad, but okay. So this is Pride's mom. Fucking whatever. Like, literal. Like, yeah, she's like held hostage for half a second or whatever, but like, she doesn't do anything plot relevant. Like, she doesn't really matter. Her biggest important scene is at the end where Pride is kind of reborn, and it's like, oh, can a human and homunculus actually live together? But like, that's at the very end of the series. I'm sorry, but like, fucking random mom characters, whatever. I don't care. I mean, do you disagree, or?
Not, I think that's fair.
So these are part of like Scar's, not Scar, Greed's like chimera crew. So at least Greed kills this guy again, and that unlocks his memories of like what happened to me. So like he actually matters, kind of mid. She helps, like when she dies in Alphon's armor, that unlocks his memories of what happened and give him the power.
Yeah, that was a
of
badass scene.
And her actually taking over Alphonse's armor, really cool scene as well. So,
Yeah.
but like she has like a few cool moments that justify her like kind of in mid, maybe even average. Like she's fine. I remember her.
Yeah.
But like, so the dog guy, he's got that dog in him. Doesn't he like kind of fight Bradley? I say fight in the sense of like he tries to attack him and he just gets
tries to.
Yeah. I don't want to say he's bad. He's not. He's definitely not forgettable or bad, but mid is what I would say.
Yeah.
Now this guy, fucking, I don't remember him at all.
Yeah, I don't remember. Roa, that's his name.
Yeah.
The only name of these chimeras I remember was Martel, and that's just because like Alphonse like screams her fucking name. Yeah. Martel.
Now there's one character on this list that I'm kind of sad isn't on here. He was like the doctor character that like pushed away his family because he was like an alcoholic. It's his house that they staged like keeping gluttony there. Do you remember that?
Vaguely. Yeah.
So
that's like where the Asian characters are like healing and lung function,
yeah,
like in bed.
So I'm surprised that with how many like random characters are on this list, I'm surprised that they left out like the PTSD riddled veteran that like tries to make amends with his family. Now that kind of character, the only reason I just remember that scene very specifically because of because of how touching it is.
They also don't have Madeline in this. What the hell?
Who's Madeline again?
Let's find out. Let's consult the wiki. One of the hostess under the employ of Central City's Madam Christmas and such. So she's literally like working for Roy Mustang's like adopted mother.
Literal no one. But
yeah.
Anyways, this is the list we have so far. Are there any characters in Great that you think deserve to be in peak or put down in good? Like, let's hear you out.
I mean, I think I agree with everyone in Great. I might put Tucker with her daughter in Great. Like put both of them in Great.
Okay. Here we go.
I think I do really like that peak tier.
No, like
I think that is a rock. I think that's a rock solid peak tier.
Now, I kind of do want to put Izumi Curtis up in peak, not only because it makes the tier list itself look great because it's all uniform,
Yeah.
But I do think she's a peak character. She helps Ed and Al get over their trauma and stuff like that. She helps teach them about the world and alchemy and, life and death, the circle, all that shit. Yeah. The way she fights is cool.
I don't think her teaching is like that. I don't think that like makes her a good character though.
Oh, I just really appreciate the scenes of like she attacks Ed and fucking. Okay, look, the scenes where like she attacks Ed and Al and like she's super abrasive out of nowhere, then she embraces them in a loving embrace, asking, "What did you guys do?" It's touching. It's sweet.
Yeah.
No, I think like there's a ton of depth to her. The way they talk about her, like, "Oh yeah, we'd rather fight a homunculus than see our teacher." It's funny the way like she matters. The little bits of like, "Oh, there's this random woman in like the Briggs territory. We couldn't fucking find her. She's just fighting bears." And they're like, "Oh, that's our teacher." It's I do like it. I like Izumi Curtis. I think she is a peak character in the series. So that's mine.
I do not agree. I think
you just fucking hate women, bro. Just admit it.
If anybody that was in Great deserves to be in peak, it would be Scar.
Yeah, I kind of see that. So fucking top of Great, bottom of peak.
Yeah.
I'm good with this.
I'd even say Winry's above Izumi.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, that's our Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood specifically tier list, or manga tier list as well. Maybe when I get around to watching 2003, we could come back to this and like 2003 unique characters or stuff like that. The way characters change and their arcs and stuff could have drastic impacts on where we put them on the tier list. But that's for another time. Equivalent exchange up in here chat. Me and Manic made this video, so that's our bit. So now it's up to you guys to do the equivalent exchange and like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, sir.